Hi everyone, Neil Wilcoxon here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my video setup, and I actually have it set up behind me. You can see my camera right there. In case you guys didn't know, this is actually my bedroom. You can see the bed right there, alarm clock over there. So, you know, bedroom. But let's go ahead and take a look. So we're going to start off with my LED panel right here. If you were trying to think of this as a 3-point lighting setup, this would actually be the key light because it's a smaller source, direct light. It is diffused a little bit by this panel here on the front, which is removable to change it out to different color temperatures. It is also adjustable by brightness, so I can make this thing really bright. Around back, you'll see the, I believe 6 AA batteries powering this thing. I haven't had to replace them yet after a couple years of having this thing, but if we test it right here, you'll see that I only have 2 lights left, so that's not fully charged or anything like that. It also came with an adapter to use it with Panasonic batteries, but I don't have any Panasonic batteries, so we won't be using those. The next item on the list here is the Canon T4i. This is the camera I've been using for like 2.5 years. Lately I've been using the 28mm f1.8 lens. You know, you don't ever use a lens at its maximum aperture unless you really have to. I generally use it at like f2.8, but since it's got sort of a range, you know, it's very flexible. And it's nice about the T4i that it has this flip out screen here so I can see what I'm doing. And I also use this together with the Canon remote here, because if you use the remote, you can get your video in focus first by taking a photo, and then once you switch it over to this 2-second timer switch, while you're in video mode, that'll actually start you video recording when you push this button. So that's pretty convenient to use there. Up top, I've got the Rode VideoMic Pro. It's not quite as good as a lav mic might be for my situation, but since I don't have one right now, this is doing a pretty good job. Down below, the 701 HDV pan tilt video head from Manfrotto. And for the legs, I actually bought these together as a kit, but in case you were curious which one, these are the 190VX. Over here we've got the umbrella setup. This is the other side of the umbrella, so this was the front, which you saw earlier, and here's the back. So this is actually the fill light for my 3-point lighting setup, even though I don't really have the 3rd point, but between you and me, just don't tell anyone. This is just on with a switch, no dimmers or anything. Pretty bright, but that's why we have the umbrella to sort of diffuse that. This is one of those kind of CFL bulbs. It actually came in this kit, although they do sell them separately, as I found out when one of these got broken on one of my shoots. It was basically due to this switch right here. Which, you know, when you let this go, if the light bulb's still attached, the light bulb will just kind of collapse down. So that's not very good. This is really cheap. All these clips here are plastic. And actually right now, to keep this from falling over, since I don't have any sandbags or anything, I'm using a pillow with stuff weighting it down on either side. So, you know, you kind of learn to make do when you don't have equipment that you actually need. And then this is just, instead of being battery powered, it plugs in right over there. And if you continue walking a little bit more, you can see over here underneath my bed where all this stuff gets stashed when it's not being used. It actually is a little bit of a mess. I apologize for that. But over here, you know, I've got some cases for the tripods that I've got out right now. And over here is part of this green screen kit here. That's actually where that umbrella and the CFL bulb, you know, this fixture here, light stand, all that stuff. It came with this kit here, and the whole kit with the green screen and all the, you know, stands for that and everything all included, as well as another light, was $100. So I wasn't expecting that to be too high quality. That is why it's so cheap and plasticky and stuff. But it is pretty compact, I guess, for what it is. And, you know, I couldn't argue with that price. And I'm still using it here and there. This is from ePhoto Inc., but it's really just some cheap made in China company. So you'll probably find the same exact thing from other companies selling on Amazon and stuff like that. One last thing I thought was worth mentioning while I'm shooting my videos is this white balance card here. I do try to get the white balance pretty good, so I will use a white balance card. You can also use a white sheet of paper, but I just found it easier, you know, to keep the paper from getting crumpled up. This will never get crumpled up, and you just always have it right here. It's also a gray card, so white balance on the front, gray card on the back. I have found it with this particular lighting that I have to go into the settings further and bias it a little bit more towards sort of a red warm tone, because even when you white balance with this, it still portrays the setting as with a way more blue in it than I would like. So I'm A, doing that in the camera, and B, doing a little bit of color correcting afterwards, because I really kind of dislike the color these lights offer, but it's what I've got, so I've got to work with it with color correction and stuff. So that is it for my video setup, guys. If you want to know more about any particular piece of gear, let me know down in the comments, and I'll be sure to make a video with more details. And also, if you'd like to share your own video production setup, I'd be happy to see it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again soon.